Hello, my little bees. Today I want to wish a happy birthday to the people born between September the 18th, I think that's today, and September the 23rd. The name of your guardian angel is Menadel. He's Mars-related, under the service of the Archangel Camael. The traditional text tells us that Menadel free prisoners and give light about people that are far away. It is, of course, about freedom of those among his protégés who would be prisoners of their own errors, those that are far from the truth with a capital T, far from the spiritual home where man used to live before his fall and his exile. Menadel is the first step on the stairs which lead to Chavaquia, the archangel of the return to Eden, which was the archangel from the previous 5 days. The individual would have to realize to go through very hard work of finding themselves, and that by manifesting, and that will happen through a very hard labor. Stranger to their personality or possibilities. The traditional text indicate that we have to pray to this angel if we need to pray to this angel if we want to keep one's job. In this case, the person will be able to find their capacity again and will be able to do a great job and succeed. I don't know why I have that calendar on October. And if you want a prayer for this angel, then you are welcome to ask me. I will gladly give it to you. I was hesitating during the whole translation. That's why I was so different about it tonight. Apologies. I'm here on a Monday because I was cold and I want to do a message for the week. And also because I wasn't here on Sunday like I wanted to give you the message for the day. So I'm going to do a message for the week. And I'll try to prepare a message for the day for tomorrow. Okay, so let's see who is accompanying this guidance, s'il vous plaît, for the week to come that we already studied today. Just so you know, obviously, or just so you get reminded that whenever you fall on these videos, there could be a message for you, and that could be the next, 7 days, the week ahead, your week ahead, okay? Even if it's like 7 years from now. So we have the goddess Lakshmi, who always makes me think of my daughter. She looks like the character from The Good Place. Excuse me, who was like so rich and beautiful and pretty and smart and sweet and all that. So she had this gorgeous home. That's who I think of every time, even though she's a little bit chubbier. She talks to us about beauty, fortune, and prosperity. Obviously, we talk about inside beauty that will show on the outside, which is interesting because I saw something about that in the past 48 hours. In any case, how when we think of oneself as ugly, we transpire as ugly to the outside world. So it is important to remember how beautiful you are. When I talk about my beautiful bees or what beautiful souls you guys are, no doubt I refer to your heart and your soul, and that always reflects. Look at how there is a light around the head, which also obviously makes me think of Mother Mary. The flower looks like a lotus to me, but it's also pink, which also reminds me of Mother Mary. What kind of tattoos does she have here? It looks like henna type of tattoo. Prosperity, beauty, fortune. Good week ahead, or good things to want to manifest in any case. So that's very nice. With pink, we also think of the opening or healing or taking care of, in any case, of your crown chakra, which also talks about compassion and compassion towards yourself, seeing yourself and others in a more harmonious manner. So definitely talking about easy, flowy communication, or you, in any case, doing your best to have an easy communication with the people around you. What energy is accompanying us this week, s'il vous plaît, nos anges d'amour, nos guides d'amour? Okay, I saw you. The garden and the gate. So notice how there is pink on this one, how there is a child, so immature, level to this being here, how here we talk about beauty and prosperity and fortune, and I was talking about communicating, and this one is like the opposite. So most likely you are called to communicate. Okay, what's at the bottom? Rest and rejuvenation. So they kind of go well together, because you may feel that you need to rest and that you need to grow and then you need to heal, which is fine. You may also feel like you don't want to get out, you don't want to go out, even though you're cold out. Like, look at this sky, like it's a little cloudy, but there is still this beautiful light out there. You have the key of the gate around your neck. You are choosing to stay inside when going outside may bring you that prosperity, that beauty, and that fortune you are looking for. So it is understandable to want to stay in the home where it feels safe. It is understandable to go back to the state of child. It is good to want to find your child, your inner child again. We need our inner child to feel safe and happy, to go, out there, to get out of the gate. But there is beautiful light. There is these butterflies talking about new life and new hope. There is the birdhouse still telling me about possible birds in there that want to communicate with you. Give the chance. It feels to me like you need to give the chance to the outside world. Do with that what you will. So I'm going to keep the Halloween tarot for the daily messages. Hopefully I can do it. So I'm going to use the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. Speaking of the Nightmare Before Christmas, there is something I'd like to share. I meant again for this to be a short reading, but this feels like it's going to be a little longer than I expected, obviously, as usual. Sorry. The last reading I did, I was obviously talking about gratitude, and as I was just finishing after the gratitude message, I want to share this because this is definitely something that I feel I need to witness, and I'm going to try to make it short. The state of being in a state of gratitude, and that kind of makes me think of that, the abundance, the prosperity, the fortune, the beauty. Granted, I've been doing that as far as high school, so like 30 plus years, trying to remember to be and to live in gratitude, thanking God every day for my day instead of asking for more. Not that having more would not be great, okay? This is having more, craving more is I guess, what drives some of us. But when you go home and at the end of the day are grateful for what you have, it's been my experience, and it's truly humbling and touching and overwhelming and putting you in a state of such emotion, that every time it's overwhelming. I don't know how else to describe it. A few weeks back, I been getting, and especially with the joy of getting the Nightmare Before Christmas deck out, I was thinking how much I was hoping to go see the Nightmare Before Christmas concert. Danny Elfman, who wrote the music of the Nightmare Before Christmas and who sings Jack's songs, has a concert every year around in October at the Hollywood Bowl. And we went 5 years ago for the 25th anniversary. And obviously this year is the 30th anniversary. And when I saw it in my memories, and or was thinking about it, or whatever, saw advertisements and stuff, it's like, oh my gosh, I really would like to go. And you think like this year is difficult for me, so it's like, okay, never mind, but I still, and it's not the latest thing that has, I mean, this is the latest thing that has happened, but it's not the first time that I'm thinking something with my heart, like, I really would like to go. And but just fine, it's like, I know it'll be great, I would love to see it, but it's just like a little wish, and that's it. I'm just moving it aside because I can't go. It's like this is not some, it's not an expense that I can spare this year, so it is what it is. As I finished the video on Saturday, as I was uploading I was preparing, putting the description of the video and stuff. I was working on uploading the message from Saturday. I see a text from my cousin, whose name is Angel. It's, amongst any other name. And I start reading. I bought ticket for the Nightmare Before Christmas, and I'm preparing myself to say, oh, I'm so sorry, I really can't go this year. But I finished reading. I bought ticket for the Nightmare Before Christmas concert this year. Would you like to be my date? I was floored. It's just like, I mean, like, I got all these overwhelming feelings, because it's not like we don't do things together or stuff, but this is highly unusual. Okay, this was not something I was expecting. This was not something I was even hoping for. This was just like, oh my God, another time that I had one of my little quote-unquote wishes, and that happened 2 days after the new moon. So how manifesting, I don't know if I thought about it like around that time or what, but I almost went into tears, and I like when your mouth just hit the floor, that's exactly what happened. I was like, am I reading this right? So this was another thing that just, it's not it is a touching thing. It is a wonderful gesture. It's not a huge thing, but it is something that just once again reminded me and made me feel what a wonderful thing it is to be grateful, because it's not and maybe I should just keep on talking about all the little example of things that, oh, how am I going to do this? Oh, I need that. Oh, I wish I had that. And then boom, it comes to you like without you even asking or praying, or it's just something that in your heart would make you happy, and the universe brought to me. And I am truly overwhelmed. So, of course, I'm grateful to my cousin for the gesture, for thinking of me, for inviting me, for all of this. But I am truly grateful to the universe, and this just reminds me consistently how beautiful things. And again, I want to insist that this is just the latest example, and I'm going to try and make a point to remember to point out every time that this happens, so you all can understand that vibrating gratitude is a miracle. So just walk out there, be happy, remember to be grateful. Usually that's how I end my videos, but it's just so important to me to share that gratitude message, to appreciate all those things that the universe gives to us every day, our friend, our family, the love, our job, the food in our plates, it's amazing. So don't stay closed in that gate. Go appreciate the world and give your joy and your beauty and your feelings of prosperity to the world. That's what I feel for the week. Anyways, I'm going to use a Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck to talk about the week ahead. S'il vous plaît, nos anges, nos guides d'amour. Oopsie. Temperance. Mixing your Temperance talks about communication. Again, I was talking about communication. But communication in the sense that you listen and they listen, and you hear each other. Before you talk, you listen what the other person has to say. Okay. What is going to be the essence of the week for our little bees, s'il vous plaît? The Two of Needles. So in the Two of Needles, the classic Tao calls for stopping, covering your eyes. The Two of Needles in the classical Tarot, she has her arms crossed over her chest. She doesn't want to fight. She's closing her eyes. She's kind of like Justice, where we don't want to hear, we don't want to see, we don't want to fight. We're in the middle of the choices. We are done. In this Two of Needles, she's helping Jack. She's making his Santa Claus outfit. She's acting. So even though she knows that what she's doing is going to create, going to be going to help into a disaster, because Sally is a little I don't know if she's a psychic of the story, but she's able to see what's going to happen. She's able to feel when something is wrong, and she knows that something is wrong, yet she's doing it. You can see on her face she's not very happy, but she's doing what she needs to do. So what that makes me feel is like to keep the peace around you. Just go ahead and do what you need to do. Just it's not the time to talk. It is a time to help. It is a time to support. And that's the energy that I see here. Just, you know what needs to be done. And maybe you need to, even though you know that the people around you may not be doing the right thing, or may not be going about things the right way, but they need to learn from it. In the story, Jack still managed to learn from his mistakes and to grow from it, and to be a better Pumpkin King at the end. So the essence of the week is just keep the peace. Now not the time to fight, and but help the persons grow, help the people around you grow. Interesting. What perspective would serve the little bees most this week? What perspective? Nine of Potions. Nine of Potions. That is the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is your wish granted. It's a very positive card. So the perspective that you should serve, the perspective that would serve you the most this week, is to keep, stay positive, do your thing, keep on helping people, but remember your wishes. I mean, everything looks, the perspective to buy is just perfect happiness, and all these options. I don't know how to word this better than you know, your wish is fulfilled. So it looks like with following the being quiet concept and still helping the others to live what they have to live or go through what they have to go through, will still grant you the wish of seeing them understand the situation, if that makes sense. Some people's gotta hit their head on the floor to get it, and you can't stop that. So don't even try to stop it. They will, if your wish is to see, is for them to see what they need to see, your wish will be granted. That's what I'm getting out of this. And there is many options for that to happen too. So, but the perspective that would serve you the most is just be happy and remember what you wish for. Remember your wishes. Follow the what makes you happy and what makes everyone happy. That's it. Positive stuff so far. What is something that you should embrace and make time for this week, s'il vous plaît? Four of Candles. The Four of Candles. Rest. There was a rest that came out here. Rest and rejuvenation at the bottom of the deck. Here that comes up again. The rest and rejuvenation is because I'm applying what I know of the other decks to this one, but there is definitely different notions added to the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. So let's see. To me, the rest and rejuvenation here, this feels like you go pray together for something, like you are with your friends and like you're chanting together, or you're comploding together, but in some kind of growth, like growing up, okay, way. See how you're working towards something at the beginning to help, even though you know it's not a good thing. And then you get your wish fulfilled, or the idea of going towards everybody's wishes. And then there is, I feel like it's embracing family and making time for your family. That's what it is. But that somehow it will help you rest, in the sense that it will keep you calm. Let's see what they say with the Four of... Can we get to... Four of Candles. I'm sorry. I don't know why I went to the Sword, because I was talking about rest. Obviously, there was some things that needed to be talked about there. But the Four of Candles is the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands, it just goes back to the family. There is that the Four of Wands is really focusing on your family. So Four of Candles, what does it say here? Represent celebration. People are recognizing your accomplishments. You're feeling stable, secure, and comfortable. Be proud of yourself and enjoy the attention. But remember, there is still work to be done when the party is over. So, just it is a celebration. The Four of Candles, the Four of Wands. If you know a little bit of the tarot, the Four of Wands is really the in some of them it's like a wedding, but here it doesn't look like a wedding, and it really feels like spending time with your family. And we are entering the season of Halloween, where it's, you know, the harvest, spending time with family, getting ready for the winter, putting stuff away. So I just want to reiterate that notion of just embracing the warmth of the home and enjoying your family, and, you know, telling story by the fire, watching movies together, things like that. That's what it feels like you need to embrace and make time for. Sometimes it's difficult with work, and you know what's funny is that that's how it is for me, especially with work and enjoying my readings. But tonight, when I just got home from work, that's the first thing I wanted to do. But my son called, and he wanted to watch. He's a big fan of The Walking Dead world. So he was here with me in June, July. We caught up a lot of episodes, and so since June we haven't watched anything. And then tonight, we're like, hey, let's watch something. So we are trying. Our plan is to make time this week to watch more. So it's only 45 minutes a day. We should be able to find the time to watch something together. So I'm comforted in the sense that this is exactly where I'm planning to be this week myself. So there you go. That's as simple like that. When we ask, when the universe is advising to embrace something and make time for something as just simple as just spending time with your family. That's what comes out here anyways. Something to minimize and relax around, s'il vous plaît. The King of Present. So presents would be coins. Something to minimize and relax around. I want to say spending. Since you're focusing on inside the home and helping a situation with something that you don't necessarily feel like you should. The King of Presents, especially since it's Jack, and he's dressed in you know how funny how the two cards are close to each other. He's made it to the Santa Claus, and he's like getting ready to and he's not the King of Presents, okay? The King of Presents is Santa Claus, not Jack. So I want to say, don't try to be something that you know you shouldn't be. Don't waste your time trying to help the people that don't want to be helped. Don't overspend. It really is going back to what this one was telling you at the beginning. Just help, be quiet. You know they are making a mistake. That's fine. Don't bother trying to overdo it. The King of Coins has it all together, okay? He's technically, because I did say the King of Coins, he's got his finances together, he's smart, he's gentle, he's giving, he's like earth related, he's generous. That's the term I was looking for. Don't be too generous. Okay, so just enjoy the time with your family, but financially, don't give more than what you have also. What does the King of Present talks about here? Our reading, sweet. King of Presents is the ultimate provider, see? Through hard work and smart delegation, he meets his goals, and he loves sharing the wealth with others. This card is a call to spread cheer. So, we are telling you not to overgive. Don't be taken advantage of. That's what I feel with that one. A message from our guides to keep with you this week, s'il vous plaît. The Seven of Candles. The Seven of Wands. This one is actually very pretty. Seven of Wands. I'm trying to remember it. I feel like it's some kind of fight. So Seven of Wands. Five of Wands is a fight. Six of Wands is success. And Seven of Wands, I'm having a hard time. I think the Seven of Wands in the Mermaid is the guy that works towards his success. But in this one, I feel like there is... It's almost making me think of, I believe it's a menorah, the Jewish candle, you know, with every day being lit oh no, I'm confusing with I think it's, what is it called? I'm gonna have to look it up. But that's what is making me think of, like, every day, every day of the week, like a candle being lit and joy being spread, and happiness, and but still like quiet in the home. You can spread the cheer without having to empty your pockets. Just spending time and making time for your family seems to be the answer here. Like, I really, when I see this, I just see the lights inside the home and the fireplace and stuff like that. There is passion and love in the, oh, look at that. 7 of Candles. Show you might soon be entering into competition. Okay. If someone is trying to get between you and your goals, hold your ground. This isn't the time to acquiesce or let your guard down. Know what you want and work hard to get it. So it feels like a good like a final punctuation to the description of the week, with you helping but not getting yourself walked all over. So if someone is trying to get between you and your goals, this, well, like your wishes, hold your ground. This isn't the time to acquiesce and let your guard down. Know what you want and work hard to get it. I think the message is clear. That's the advice for the week. That's a good message. That's a clear message. I don't think there is no misunderstanding here. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Potion. This is the interesting, because this is the moment I was talking to you about at the beginning of the story, and that we could see here too, with Jack realizing what he's done, and that he's not the king of presents, but he's a pumpkin king. So if you keep the advice this week, it feels like you'll get your wish granted, your little hope, your thing to be grateful for, like mine, and whoever that needs to see the truth will get there. So it feels like a nice, and I feel so calm. Like, if I don't drink, what I have here, it's my tea. I took a chamomile tea, maybe that's why I feel so calm, but I started even before drinking. I feel extremely calm. So this feels like a relaxed, enjoyable week with your friends and family, and with you able to see where people that are going to overdo it, to exaggerate. I see you being able to be like, okay, no is no, okay. Let's get a Mabon Oracle card, s'il vous plaît. No, for an extra message for the week, s'il vous plaît. Okay, les petits anges d'amour, what's the message for this week? Molasses with number 26. To move forward, you must know where you are headed. To move forward, you must know where you are headed, and be ready for the trip. It looks like we're getting breakfast ready. Notice the candle here, that goes well with the wand, with the candle notion that we had in this week's reading. Notice in the window how there are, we have crystals, we have sage, we have an apple, like offering to the god of the universe, and there is the smoke going up the, oh, look at that, with the new things, with the butterfly here. I'd like to catch the extra keywords of this. Keywords: stagnation, laziness, lacking motivation. Your higher self chose this. I remember I was talking about rest, and I was just talking about like how this one it was feeling more like Four of Swords than a Four of Candles. I really feel like relaxed, like woo, that could be that laziness thing here. Your higher self chose this card because molasses represents a period of uncertainty when the path ahead isn't clear, and despite your best efforts, you simply cannot seem to move forward. Standing still is very frustrating, the Two of Needles here. But you're in this period of pause so that you can take some time to get a full understanding of where you actually want to go. This card will often visit you after a period of significant but unintentional action. Interesting. You may have made many choices in haste of late and are coming to regret some of your decisions. Perhaps you said yes too quickly and now wish to back out. Look at that wish here. Or a situation seemed like a worthy gamble, but is now turning out to be a nightmare. It may not seem like it now, but this period of indecision, oh my God, this is really like the Two of Needles. I'm blown away again. Is helping you to slow down, gain perspective, be patient, and wait for the right opportunity to find you. In the meantime, focus on diving deeper into your spirit. Are there mundane tasks you could focus on while you aren't distracted by other things? Perhaps you might consider a practice such as meditation to take your mind off your current problems, which take us back to the rest here that I was seeing with that Four of Candles, which I saw the Four of Needles at first. You will find that the stickiness goes away when the time is right for things to move forward again, to get to your wishes. But like the definite need to spend with your time or regrouping here and to not allow anyone to go between you and your goal. And here, like finding your goal, this is a good message for the week. I like this. This card also advises you not to make any hasty decision right now. Take care of what you need to, of course, but delay any life decision until more information comes to hand. Nice. I like it. Let's get a message from Mother Mary, s'il vous plaît. For this week, Maman Mary, message for the little bees. Oopsie. Just one, Maman Mary, please. Not so many. Okay, Our Lady of Love. We've had her before, I believe. Look how pretty. Pray to Our Lady for the release of hate and fear within yourself and within our world. Such prayer unleashes her beautiful will. Pray that is your role. Act on what comes to you through the heart in prayer. There is no limit to the love that can flow through you. You will never be depleted by it, only expanded. Actively conspire with her so that all hearts may know peace. Well then, Mother Mary, we will ask you that all hearts may know peace, please. With that, a gratitude card, of course. S'il vous plaît. An obvious gratitude message for little bees for this week. Our guides, angels, Mother Mary. Yeah, that was a nice one. A quick one. An obvious one. Only high vibes. Avoid complaining for an entire day. But notice the title, Only High Vibes, is exactly what I was talking about at the beginning of the guidance, how what you vibrate, what you vibe is really what's important. This is what will guide you. And so it is a hard exercise, but the more you do it, the easier it gets, and the more you just vibe it. So my little bees, I wish you a beautiful week, and I know I will be talking to you soon. Sending love. Bye bye.